Hopefully we should be up and running. We are live. Hello and welcome to ERL's Wally Neil League. It's round 2. We're at Baku, Azerbaijan. Hopefully these boys can keep it out of the wall. And I don't know why it's saying that nothing, no communication. I haven't actually checked how long the race is and that. I probably should be doing that. While I've got the time right now, I should have done it before the race, but it is short qualifying on a 50-minute off 50% race. Sorry. So we're now waiting for the boys to load in. Ready. It looks like it's sunshine and lollipops out there. So put on everything to them now. The guys get all their setups on. Get ready for their quality laps. It's not one shot, so they will have time to come back. No, they don't have time to come back and tweak. I think they can tweak the wings, but that's about it. Once you put your setup on and get out, that's it. Gone. We already have someone retiring. I'm pretty sure they have a quali ban. So we'll go on board with LLCC. It's at the front of the pack, but I don't think we would definitely not want to be at the front of the pack for qualifying. As that slipstream's going to give you so much pace down the straights, you know. Hello, Vasi. Just opened up the chat there, just to see. How you doing, man? Oh, so we're just saying LOCC just clipped the wall there. Does he have damage to his front wing? He does have damage to his front wing. I'm not sure if that's going to help him that much around here. That's weird to see. Definitely weird to see that he's clipped the front wing. I wonder what he does here. He might just jump in straight into the pits. Clicking. So just see him opening up the DRS. Put the thing in hot lap. He's going to go for it, LLCC. So watch him for his first lap. Already hitting the rev limiter. Well, that part of his front wing, the less front end, so it'll have a little bit more. I'm pretty sure it'll have more straight line speed, but it does affect his cornering speed. As we do see the other. Is that the other Williams behind him? Yes, it is the other Williams behind him. And it looks nice and clean here. Because I just realised Fassi's messaged me while he's doing qualifying. Very brave, very brave. As there's a yellow flag already, and it looks like someone's went deep into turn 3. Just gotta make sure he doesn't back out into anyone. Gotta make sure he rejoins safely. Doesn't interrupt anyone's lap. It looks like he's got out everyone's way there. It is one of the Red Bulls. And I think it will be Lang. Yes, it is Lange. It's interesting to note here. She comes through this sector, really having to hit that curve, get it all right. And then into this last sector, really, you got a little kinks in the road, but it's predominantly just a straight. As I just realised everything here. So you see him burning all the batteries. Not got much battery use left. He's already out of deployment. He's only got the DRS. He's still got a long way down that straight. It's not going to be helping him for his overall time here. Please get a 1:41.7. But already Mr. Fassi and Appleton behind him break it. So McLaren next man's not Bob. Goes up into second. Lange, no. Going with the Ferrari of FCT. Let's see what he can do over the line. He's already out of deployment. He does a 1:41. Who's the next cross the line? It's Lange. We know he went deep, so it's not going to really be a time to show his pace. So we'll switch over to Metal Mike here. He's got a lot of deployment still left in the tank here. Burning every bit of ERS he has in the car. And what does he come over the line? He comes into P7, but Ralphie behind just nips him there. Or gets a better time, and he goes a position above him. So I've just seen someone else jumping around. I think it was... Who was it? It was the Kick Salbo of Iron Kid there, up into 5th place. It's got Mercedes. It's going to be Josko. He's got so much battery left, so much deployment. He's going to put everything down this back straight. What can he get over the line? It's a 1:40.8. Takes him up to 4th place. So McLaren now comes, I think it's Passy. He does come to line P12 with 1:43. So now Brian comes over the line. It's a 1:41.8. I think the only guy we've got to watch is VDV, but I think he's backed off this lap. But we'll stay on board with him because I'm pretty sure he will be going for a lap this time. He's deploying no battery in that main straight unless we've got a glitch. Now he's deploying it. Hitting the rev limiter already. Ooh. I thought he went deep there. Might just be the line. I think it's just the line and I'm getting confused. There's yellow flags already on here for McLaren. And it looks like it's passing. It's brought out the yellows. There's more yellows back there. And I think that's... Just seeing, I think it will be Ralphie. Interesting. Very interesting indeed there. So it looks nice up the castle section there. He's not hit the wall, so he's done something good there. Now he's burning a little bit of ERS for the second sector. Two fast left-handers coming up, getting them nailed into a very difficult braking zone. You really got to slow down the car, but get it straight back up to speed. It's not easy there, but he manages it. Gets past there. Now he's just been awarded with a couple kinks, and then straight line speed. Don't know whether it's yellow. Oh, it's yellow flags for the people going into the pits. That's why. I think he'll deploy all his battery now. With DRS, ERS, he'll be hitting that rev limiter so quickly. Just that extra power. And VDV comes up into 2nd place for that lap. Interesting. Let's see if Rapid behind, can he improve here? Now we see him go down the back straight. He's not got much deployment left, but I think he should have enough to the line. No, it just runs out really quickly. It's just going to finish before the line, the deployment. That's fine. It's up to 11th place as we see Dan behind coming through. He's got to make sure that Aston Martin didn't get in the way. He was pretty close between the two drivers there. Hopefully nothing happened between the two. Doesn't seem like anything happened. Sorry, I just got distracted there. Yeah, slipstream is important around here. But you also got to make sure the car in front is also putting in a decent time. You don't want to be stuck behind a car for the sector 2s. But here, someone in the background hit the wall. It sounded like a proper old thudding in the wall. But I'm pretty sure that was Rapid. You can hear it again. I wonder if that's just the tyres making connection there. This does sound like a right old knock at the wall. It's interesting to know. Pardon me, is now Dan is on the back straight. DRS pumping back down here. It comes to the line, it's only good enough for 12th place. Showing how much that slipstream just gains in the end. Because I think it's Metal Mike, yeah. Metal Mike out first. The second runners sat on board with him, we'll watch him go around. Oh, as he gets squirrely, someone else in the background just goes straight forward, straight off in the first corner. I think some people are finding that braking zone a bit difficult here. It looks like just outbraking. Everyone's just outbraking the extra speed they're getting. But it looks good. It hops over that curb. Bit aggressive there, but so you do see Metal Mike out a bit of front, a bit. Jesus Christ! A bit of the front end plate missing. Jeez, I don't know why that took me 10 years for that to come out, but there we are. She's coming through these sectors looking nice. Looks fine and dandy here on the lap, but he does decide to peel into the pits at the last minute. I think it's Ralphie. Next one up. He is improving. He's improved by 3 attempts. It's up into 6th place he goes. So I think it's Iron Kid we're going on to next. Find some time up to 7th. I think we just seen 2 of the Ferrari lads go into the pits there. Unless they've just stayed in the pits. I think that's Fassi. Let's see if he can improve. He was saying about the slipstream here, it gains you about 3 attempts. Roughly. Just with slipstream alone on this back straight, but he just peels in. Doesn't think he's going quicker. I think it's... Oh, God. It's LCC on his outlap. So we'll switch over to Passy. Let's see if he can improve this lap. Doesn't look like it. Goes straight into the pits. It's Rapids on his outlap. Man's not Bob actually. It's pretty close if you can find a small improvement. He is improving at some places, but with a lack of slipstream, I don't know if he done his previous lap with slipstream, but he's not got battery to burn and he jumps in. So maybe just showing how important that slipstream is. You really need it around here. Yeah, just not working out. So we also see another car peeling into the pits. everything seems to be ongoing. Is there anyone else around the track proving? No. I think it's Corley that's going for it here. Try to see the rest here. Ferrari is out of FCT. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see a bunch of cars all following each other around here. And all leaving, trying to be leaving at similar times. Sorry, I'm a little bit not as chatty as I am, but just a little bit dazed here. So we do see Curly with a purple first sector here, really powering the car, getting it up to speed, making sure the corner is up for the task. Yeah, just powering around. Just looking clean, looking nice for there. Everything just looks clean. I don't think he went purple in the second sector. I'll have another look here. No, he didn't. But he's up by a lot, up by 7 tenths. As I just seen on the replay on the left side. He's powering, he's got all the battery, or all the deployment he wants, but not much battery to the end. Does improve by 8 times, good enough to get him 13th though, showing the competitiveness of this grid. But I think Fassi's on a lap. He's already went for a lap. This is pretty early for him. He's got to try and weave through the traffic. It might be a little bit impossible here for Mr. Fassi as he's coming up to this castle section. Some of these boys might be trying to go slow down, try to take the tracks slowly as they like. Look how much he's committed through there. Really getting that right as he's going right close to the wall. Jeez. Just have the 2 cars in front. I think he wants one of them to maybe get a move on here, not pull out of the way. One of them has, but I think that Mercedes out in front is going to give him that slip if he can get to the back of him. As Rapid retires from the session, what's happened there? I don't think he's going to be close enough for the slipstream here, but I think Mr. Fassi is finding an improvement. The cars behind him need to get a move on, get a wiggle on. As he pulls on the batteries, open the DRS, it's maybe got a little bit of slipstream. He does find it, only a little bit there. As I think next to come up to the line, I think it's going to be Curly, unless I've missed someone. I probably have. It's Dan, and Ralphie. It will be Mr. Curly, but I think he's backed off here. And he does jump straight into the pits. Passes the next across the line, find a second on his lap, burning everything he can to the line. A second and a half, it's good enough for 14th. Checker flag now comes out. It's now everyone's last lap. Gotta give it their all. So you see LLCC straight to the line. He doesn't find an improvement. As one of the Ferrari boys is coming along, I think it's going to be Jake. What can he find? Found 6 times here. And he does stick on to pole position. But just for the now, his Ferrari teammate ruined the day. He doesn't. But man's not Bob can. He gets up into pole position. Can anyone find that time to knock him off? But as I look back to VDV, who's found the time. Purple middle sector, half a second up here. It's going to be close. He needs to find a little bit more time for this last sector, which is basically straight line speed, so he's got to improve. Can he do it? Should wait and see. As he crosses the line, he does manage to do it. He does find the time. He's up into first. As I'm trying to look around, Josco gets up to 4th place here. I think Zappeldorn next across the line up into 6th. So Red Bull's coming up As a Brian, no, it's Langate pulls into the pits. Metal Mike now pushes to the line. It does improve up into P13. Where's Dan Dan? Dan Dan improves up into P15. That's the mountain of Ralphie. It's Brian actually next to cross the line. Doesn't improve. That's Iron Kid. I don't think he has improved. And I think that is qualifying done now because Passey's just maybe lost it there. And it's VDV on pole position with a 1:39.5, which is amazing. It went right to the wire at the end, and knowing how powerful the slipstream is, do you really want to be starting in pole position at this track? Around here, I mean, maybe. Wait and see, the race hasn't even started. Oh my goodness. Pardon me again. So I'm just gonna look at my little screen here just to read anything off, but I wonder who we're waiting on. I think it's just Passy who's just pulled into the pits, and then we'll get straight into the race after that. There it goes, jump scares me a little there. Sorry. But we'll go through the whole grid here. It's VDV on pole, then followed by Mansell Bob in second, Jake in third, Josko in fourth, Dan Dan in fifth, Fassy in sixth, Ralphie in seventh, Appledorm in eighth, Rapid in ninth, Iron Kid in 10th, FCT in 11th, LLCC in 12th, Brian in 13th, Mel Mike in 14th, Curly in 15th, Passy in 16th, Lange in 17th, and DXT, who did not put in a lap, starts in 18th. But that is qualifying over, and now it's just about the race here. There's my kind of shoes. As I'm rehydrating my voice. Oh. So we'll get going in roughly about 2 minutes. Mosquito. So now the race will get unfold. Do we have a little look-sees at the tyres? I think we might have a little look actually at the tyres. I'll look at this so you can get it. It's up here. You can see it better there. I'll have a look at the tyres. So it looks like everyone's doing maybe a different strategy, but it looks like there's more hard tyres than medium tyres at the moment here. It's interesting to know, but VDV starting on the mediums, Mansell Bob starting on the hards, then Jake starting on the mediums. It's interesting. Top three, there is a hard runner in between first, first and third with mediums, so they'll get a better start, but their tyres will become worse over time. So they really need to make sure they use those tyres to their full advantage while they're still Still better. It's a bit. As you can tell everybody. So we should get racing soon enough here. Seems to pull on some random. I think we should be going anytime soon. Should be anytime soon. I would hope it'd be anytime soon. Please, me lord. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So now we get going on our formation lap around Baku, Azerbaijan. So we get the tyres. Does anyone last minute change their tyres here? No, I think everyone's kept it. It looks like the back of the pack's all on hards and the front of the pack's all mediums. There's a couple outliers with the hards at the front. We'll hide the UI here. Keep it as we normally have it. So we watch these boys go around. But interesting to see how the start goes. Yeah, it's a short run to the first corner, but you still get caught out. Saying it's a two-stop strategy unless you want to go for the three-stop with a soft, but I think most of these guys will be going for that two-stop. Don't see any point on that soft stint. Maybe safety car, but surely not. Surely not. Stuff right now. I haven't really been commentating on these guys warming up, but it does seem there's a gap between the front four and Dan and then the other guys. We even try and get as much energy as it. You can really see them throwing the car around on the straight, almost drifting at some points. But everyone now starting to line up as we go on to the last person. Little onboard view on them, seeing all the cars lining up here. It's one of my favourite tracks as well, so hopefully we have a good race here as he slots into his position. So now we wait for the lights to come on. And it's the 5 red lights here. And the way they go, it looks like a decent start there from VDV. Jake already alongside. We obviously knew the mediums were going to get the best off the line. Hangs it around the outside here. He's got to do it again around this corner. These guys still going side by side, I'm pretty sure. No, Mansell Bob does back out of it. Jake does get in front. He needed to, as it looks like there's contact to the back, and it looks like it is Lange losing out a lot. He's got a lot. I think he's got missing a parts of his front wing there. No safety car, so the race will continue here. There's another yellow here, and I wonder if that's passing. I think he's went deep into that. Hopefully no damage on his car. Looks to be fine, but we'll go back up to the lead as VDV already nearly putting that gap in already to Jake. As everything is kicking off in these 2 laps, 2 stragglers at the back, hoping for the safety car to keep it out. Manslot Bob now losing the DRS. He's over 1 second, so we'll not be getting DRS to Jake. Jake just holding on to the back of VDV. That's all he's got to do in these early stages of the race. Just make sure, maybe it's a wake-up call for Manslot Bob to maybe use a bit more of his ERS to make sure he's in that gap here. Doesn't want to be left behind with these 2. But I don't think he has the grip to really keep these guys out in front. This Jake's pouring a lot of battery in. So we'll go on board with him, just sitting in the slipstream. Just staying within touch, knows he doesn't want to go overtake him just yet. As now the DRS will be enabled this lap as Ralphie gets past Appledorm. Appledorm already into the pits, so maybe he's got a bit of damage we've not picked up on. But that's a very early pit stop. See how he gets fair exit here. DRS on, ERS pumping. You see the battery difference between the 2 cars here. VDV using a lot of his battery here. Goes a little bit deep, I think, into that corner. Yeah, that's went a little bit deep. Jake really sends it there. Falls and through. There's a yellow flag behind. And who's that for? Mr. Fassi. We missed him overtaking Manslot Bob. Just struggling to get these hards going, really. But maybe he's let him pass so he can get so fast he can get into that DRS detection zone. And I think, is he missing a front end plate here? No, just my imagination again. Who would have thought it? Not me here. But he has managed to get into the DRS detection. Jake reserving a lot of battery compared to VDV right now. Compared to the top 4 he has. This could be a DRS train of a race here. So looking back, any gaps close. Brian actually is pretty close, but we'll stay on board with these 2. As I think VDV gets that corner wrong. It's now Jake's well closer here. So this is a virtual safety car. And it's kind of bailed out some of these drivers. So now they've got to follow a delta here and make sure they don't get a drive through. So it's let VDV kind of get away there from that mistake on that last corner. It depends where it all goes. I think Dan's in. Interesting to see what tire he goes. So it's LLCC in. So maybe contractors they're all off and going now. Fassi getting really caught out. And Manslot Bob gets caught out because of that as well. He's fallen down the order. He's playing the long game though on these hard tyres. So what he's got to do is, I think he makes a mistake there. Manslot Bob is just going to let Iron Kid through now. These hards are not being kind at the moment right now. But he does have someone behind him on hard, so maybe he can take the break. Everything, another yellow flag because it looks like Appledorm's went straight. No, it's not Appledorm, it's LCC. Just went straight on there. We go back with these top gunners. Jake's already out of DRS. Maybe get caught a lot more. Maybe he's made a mistake somewhere. Sounds like he's hit the wall there. Tires are really spinning on the car. He's going to deploy the battery straight away. He's just got to maintain that DRS. That's all he's got to do here. I think he should be fine though. It's within the second. I think he's a bit too far away though for the overtake to happen. I think he is, but we'll go back to Manslot Bob. It looks like he's really gaining on the back of him here. And he gets that 5th position back of Iron Kid. It's fired up those hards, I think, now. After that, PSC's really got them going. Currently set the fastest lap of the race so far on the hards. So he's finding pace out there. So going forward, Josko's following Fassi here. Oh, going, these two behind are still going at it. Shouldn't have cut away too early. They're nose to tail through this second sector. Can't believe I cut away from that. That's terrible from me. That's rookie mistakes. Now, he has to look down the inside. Thinks better of it though. Really does. As fast as he's slowly gaining onto the back of Jake here. Jake nearly losing out on DRS, but it's a clean section through there. It's kept him within it. I think VDV may be burning a lot more battery than Jake is. You see you're already burning battery out those at the downhill. Probably sportsmen need to take notes of these guys. 7 times from back here. It's a big ask as well. Wait and see, we'll see now. She's going to close in. Not by much. You see VDV already drained all his batteries, recharging, and now he gains. Jake trying to stop the car. But I think he'll have a go up here. You get a decent exit. Not burning battery, but VDV's already burning a lot. It's gonna be putting the battery onto charge, none through this second sector, I would imagine. As we see Mansell, Bob and Aaron Kid, I thought they were close again, they are close again. They're going through the sector 2, oh, so they make a lot of contact there. And Rapid getting nearly rams into the back of these two. Just how much these guys fighting, slowing each other down. And they make it through and they're all fine here. Don't think there's any damage. None that I can report. Back up to the leader. Jake trying to just hold on to him. Oh, you can see the car just losing the grip. As it looks like Passy is pinned it down the escape road. I think he should be fine to reverse. Maybe just waiting for the two cars behind. As it looks like they are battling. But the Ferrari keeping up with the Racing Bull. It looks like he's got a bad X out of there, VDV. Jake will be all over him, but he might be catching him a bit too early. Putting on a little bit of battery, stays behind, make sure he gets the DRS, but look how much the slip really matters. And the DRS, I think this will be the move, and it will be changing leads. As you can see the two cars behind, Josko and Fassi swapping positions as well. But Fassi taking that alternative line to try and get the run back on him. He's going to be in with arm's length here. You see Jake already breaking that slip. I think he knows that slip is very powerful around here. Josko already breaking away there. Have a look back here. So many fights to keep up with here. So many, so I'm sorry if I can't get to all of them. It also looks like Jake charging his batteries so much. As you can see already back to full while VDV's charging his. But Jake does have less fuel, he won't be able to finish the race on this fuel. Swinging the car through Castle. Absolutely Tokyo drifting it around there. Maybe he's got the line, he's got the confidence to do it, but he's lost out in that traction zone. As Josko's now joined this battle to make it a three-way battle up here. Passy's keeping an arm's length, he's making sure he's in the DRS, that's all he's got to do. Jake has a lot of battery compared to these other guys, but and that DRS is going to help you so much. You can already see without DRS, just with the slipstream and a bit of battery used, Jake uses his battery later as VDV now charges. Just look how quickly he goes down that straight, passes him by. As Jake comes straight into the pits. It's quite an early pit stop, maybe go for the 2. Wonder what he's going here for. He's went straight in. I know this track can eat tyres a lot. It's Josko's now on the back of VDV. Biggest wheel spin coming out that corner. It's going to let him survive another day. So we do see. Just having a look back here. Try to get anywhere near Mansell Bob, but not giving him a sniff. It sounded like he absolutely smashed into the barrier, but it doesn't look like he's got damage. As there's a yellow flag coming out as 2 cars retire on track, and it's going to be a safety car, and I think that's going to ruin Jake's plan a little here with that early pit stop, or maybe he might not. That's interesting. Wonder what happened with them two. We did see them battling at the back there. And it looks like they did it on the straight. I wish I could go back and have a look now that safety car's out, but I cannot. I've just seen it on the map. Passy coming into the pits. Free pit stop, why not? Lap 7. Get rid of that damage if you need to. Right, where does this put Jake out here? Compared to these 2 guys out in front. Even these 4 guys out in front. It's a real question. Is Mansell Bob gets to drive for a penalty? I thought he was getting very close to Fassy here. I was wondering why he was so close. As they continue on, it looks like they're coming into. I think most people will follow each other in here with the pit stop. But Mansell Bob weirdly gets to drive for him. Which is interesting to know. FCT comes into the pits. Ralphie comes into the pits. Melt Mike comes into the pits. And then into the pits. But Jake already stopping before this flag comes out, and I think he's gonna race Fassy out the pits here. He manages to get past, but he does lose the lead of the race. Just for that, Melt Mike onto the soft tyres. Most people coming out on those mediums and hards. But Melt Mike thinking he can get these softs a little bit longer than he. Being interested to keep a note on him. He's going to be start off the restart, but those softs are not going to last long at all. But everyone on new tyres, except from Jake, who's on, well, it's newish tyres. Not brand spanking new out the packet, but still new tyres all the same. Everyone here, no penalties except from Mansell Bob, which you weirdly got a drive for, which is interesting. Maybe not paying attention to his delta. That's what happens, always pay attention to your delta, kids. Let's everyone go around for another lap. Passes. Trying to catch right back up to the back of this pack, but really good, really putting power here. Doesn't want to burn anything, doesn't want to also use the tyre up too much as well. As I wonder now. I know Baku is just harsh on its tyres. It's not nice how many corners you need to quickly. How many times you're not even like getting the car to slow down, you're just throwing it into corners, really. It is a quick... It is a quick track around here, even though it is a street circuit. So I just punched my mic out the anger. So I think after this we'll have roughly about 17 more laps. Oh, stop putting Passy under the limit. Let him catch up game. Safety car should come in this lap, but I wonder with Passy being that far back, will it come in? Unless he can grind that time. If he can grind that time down, then I think it might come in. It's coming into the third side, just roughly about 25 seconds off. Wait and see if the safety car does go on a little bit, but it may just wait until the last minute. It's getting on, I think it's going to go again. Roughly have 16 laps of racing. It's going to be interesting to see what these guys do. Believe there's got to be another pit stop, surely. But everyone has now caught up to the back of the safety car. They're in the little train now. We even try to get as much tire back in Fassy on the hards. Just looking at the top. So it's Iron Kid who was on mediums. Man's not bumped onto the medium straight away. Did look like he was suffering with those hard tires. Just after a restart, really. Not enjoying them at all. So VDV needs to change tyres. Yeah. She will need to stop again. Jake will need to stop again. Just even for the tyres, he needs to go on another set of tyres. So would Joe's Cole. No, Rapids is on hards. I should probably really look at the race director right now, but I'm not going to. Everything points now this car should come in. So, safety car is in this lap. Now in as these guys can now get lined up to go here. Watch Jake to see when VDB goes. Goes now. Maybe catching on Jake a little bit off there, but everyone else got caught out a lot more. Now it's green flags, and the way these guys go is we do see Manstop Bob coming in to serve his drive-through penalty for not respecting the authority. So everything looks like he's kicking off. Josko trying to get past this Alpine on hards. He's going to check the inside. He's going to go for it. Sticks his car there, backs out of the bit in the end. Oh, it sounds like a heavy thud in the background. I hate hearing it. Because it sounds like someone's went in the barrier, but it's not. It's just not nice at all. So there's another safety car. Oh no, it's a VSC. I wonder who that's out for. It might be for Passy. He's missing a front line. I wonder if anyone else. Brian missing a part of his front line. But now they get going, and I think it's definitely calling VDV here. Didn't catch him out. He was trying to warm up his tyres there. And everything. It's looking fine, but Fassy at the back losing out, and these guys are in front. As they get to this back straight, go on board with Jake. He will get the slipstream. No DRS available on this lap. The slipstream and battery. VDV using a lot of his battery, trying to make it difficult for Jake to follow him. DRS is now enabled here. And everything, but they have broken the gap between the gap behind them. Oh, as Jake really cooks into there. Keeps out of the walls, he's going to get the DRS, burning it, parts his battery really. Make sure he keeps with him. Another yellow flag here. Ralphie in, so is Party. It looks like VDV just having a little collision on with that wall. And everything, but everything seems to be set in motion, everything's going. See them taking different lines here. Mantling really over that curb. As you can see that they lose time and gain time to each other just for that second sector. VDV got less battery, but I think he might have less downforce. Harvesting his battery a little here. Not the wisest idea. He has invited pressure onto himself. As you can see there, I think Jake's stepping off the gas a little. Got to make sure he doesn't pass him. Doesn't even invite himself into the slipstream. He's got that DRS. He doesn't deploy any more battery. While VDV still deployed a lot more battery. So Josko's now gaining on them. He's looking very feisty in the race. We do see Metal Mike battling for knife on his soft tyres. I think switch to hards. Should be fine. But it's interesting to know that even though Jake had that TRS, I think that just the dirty airs made him a bit slower to Josko. Didn't have that dirty air problem or anything. And he is trying to gain here. He's trying to get back in. The DRS, I think Metals Mike's tyres have went off those softs, just not lasting long enough, unfortunately. I think he'll have to pit and put on hards to try and make it to the end of the race. Big ask around here. I wonder if VDV's got damage, because it seems like he's hitting a lot of the walls here. Or just charging his battery a lot, but Jake didn't get the nicest run up the hill here. Hey, but no, there's nothing wrong, looks wrong with his front line. Nothing at all looks bad. Josko's now gaining on them. He's going to be catching these boys soon. Jake's got a lot more battery to use here compared to VDV. VDV does have the fresher tyres, and he will have that helping of the DRS here. It's going to power, but it's can be too far back. Jake turned his car into zero battery. These guys fighting for the first corner. Jake just seems like he got stuck in the gears. Now Josco's in the background. VDV burning a lot of battery. He's going to be whipping that thing into maximum saving mode already. I think Jake just got little bit too greedy with his battery. He's got 100 now. Turns it onto Meacham now, just to get through here and stay as close as he can. That looks like a corner cut. I don't want to say anything. Just might be the line through there. Josco still in that second gap now, so he's caught back up with the leaders. He's brought the two hard runners behind him as well. The battery difference between all the cars here. Does look like Jake's keeping as much battery in his pocket as he can. Compared to the rest of these guys, I mean, still at 100. These guys are about 70. It will help him on these straights though. Got on the battery. So just VDV pushing that battery to its limit. And Jake's going to choose to stay behind here. Just choosing to stay behind him now. It's interesting of note. Not many changes. I think Man's Not Bob got past Crawley there. Going boards here, so it looks like there's a big brawl here. Team Brian and Metal Mike. This has got Man's Not Bob. Man's Not Bob really backs out of it. He's got the better grip. Those softs are gone. Might have to hold a funeral for the softs, to be honest. Jesus, he gets very close to the back of Brian there. It kind of makes it, puts a Cena effect really. Backs everyone up into these guys. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Metal Mike is suffering on those soft tires. So we'll go back up here. Have a look at a different Ferrari. A different Ferrari getting chased down here now. It's a yellow flag out in front, and I think it will be for Rapid. Gets straight back onto track, don't know why. Man's Not Delta, I just seen that comment ship as well. Man is not Delta. Josco falling away pretty hard with his Meacham straight into the pits. So does Rapid. Van Dunfall gets back out, gets past FCT as well. We missed that overtake having a look at other things really. So I noticed the hards will now probably become the better tyres. I love Baku or not. Couldn't say no ship. Can't make me Mel Mike staying out on these soft tyres. Going super long with them. We get back up here with these four cars fighting. It's really a five-way battle with now Josco hitting the earliest. Going for the undercut here. Has he got a car that might drag him along? I mean, Rapid are in front of him. So he must, Josco must have got damage actually. So he might have caused the yellow flag and not Rapid. And I blamed the wrong driver again. And to be honest, with roughly about 9 laps to go here, not many opportunities for these guys to pit again. Front two need to pit again. people behind them don't, so gotta think about that at the end of the day. Wonder who'll go in first if they follow each other in soon. I think VDV is going in, Jake chasing him into the pits. Really is chasing him. As the two hard runners go on, they're taking the first and second on track, but net, I don't know. Can they get their tyres to the end? Can they get these hards to the end? I just wonder. Zappeldorn goes another lap. DXT goes another one. But Jake already losing a second, over a second in that pit stop. He had that battery to burn to get back out. It's well preserved from him. Closest car behind is Brian, still out on his hards. I don't want to keep going on with these guys, but DXT's going to hold him up here for this section. He might just do that, you know. Unless VDV, I haven't looked on the inside, but he's got the extra grip, but he's going to be held so much now. Just for that car in front of him, it's passing now, pits, goes into the pits. You see how much time he's losing, because Jake's already on the back of VDV. It's not really an overtaking position where you don't lose time here. As he looks on the inside, has to back out, but Jake gives him a love tap there, hopefully not destroying his front wing, as it looks like a car in front has spun. I think it's Dan. He has spun. He's got the car back and going now, but he's going to join this battle. So I think Jake's had an oopsie poopsie, and look look what's happening here. What went on? A little bit of DRS games here. The yellow flag comes out, and I think Jake's going to get he's going to take the position there, but what was happening there? Roughly about 8 laps. Pretty sure it's about 8 laps to go. The next car they have to seek out is Appledorn on the old mediums. It's the real question, are Iron Kid and his Fassi going to pit again? Or do they try and hang their tyres out as long as they possibly can? I think the same thing's going to happen to Jake, what happened to VDV here. He's going to catch right up to the back of Appledorn, as it looks like a yellow flag out there as Jake sets the fastest first sector here. Really put the power down. See how much he's gaining just through the corners. Traction zones and the braking zones with that extra grip now. That medium's got to be dead. You can see it is just through there. Jake goes for the audacious move down the inside here. He's gonna get it as well. As VDV gets a 3-second penalty for multiple track warnings. That's really thrown a spanner in the works. As Jake's now gonna try and stretch his legs as much as he can. He might even help out VDV here with the DRS and ERS. I think he is gonna help him out. Unless he's pitting right now. But look how much time he's already lost now. He does pit, he goes into the pits. But it's opened up that gap now for a little bit, but VDV has that 3-second penalty now. So he's got to hope the guys in front of him all get penalties. I wonder what these guys out in the front are doing here. Are they going to the end? We'll have to wait and see. Might change the dynamic of what these two guys do at the back, or these guys here. What do they do now? Do they keep battling like they're gonna pit in front, or they gonna maybe work together and try and catch these guys? As it looks like there's yellow flags out there. I think it's Corley and DXT getting a mangled virtual safety car is out, and I'm sure the front two will pit now under this virtual safety car if it lasts until they get to the pits. I don't know if it will last that long. These two, everyone's got to watch out for the drive-throughs. We've only had one drive-through and one actual normal penalty this race. I mean, it is pretty hard to get track limits here, but as Ralphie now gets a drive-through. Speaking of, commentators cursing, look how much time Jake's had just playing it safe, really. I don't know how much the pit stop loses you here, but Fassi goes on. Iron Kid jumps into the pits. Yep, he's in the pits now. As there's a yellow flag in the castle section. I think it's for DXT. VDV has no battery in the car left. It's only got DRS. Jake at the end just harvesting the battery. That's when you can see them gaining a little. Iron Kid coming out the pits as DXT's crashed the car. The safety car's not came out yet. Don't think there will be a safety car coming out. I wonder if Mr. Fassi can keep these tyres going to the end. Can these guys close down that 14-second gap? That's a real question here. Can they? They've got way fresher tyres than them. The grip won't be here. They'll gain so much in this sector. It's the sector which they need gain. Go and have a look at other people right now. Is Rapid getting past Brian, who's doing the same thing. You can see how much grip they just don't have with these old tyres. I love Baku, but I hate it as well at the same time. Love-hate relationship sometimes with this track. But it's interesting to see Iron Kid roughly about a second or 2 seconds and a half from Fassi, so he would come out right in front. I wouldn't imagine he would come out right in front as well. So we do see VDV overtaken for second place on track. It's just watching these guys go around. They didn't take that much time. They took about a second. It's just the fact. I think it's going to be the question is, can Fassi hold on to his tyres? Can they keep him going? Ryan comes in. He's given up on doing that now. I think he'll put on, mediums. Maybe just go for the fastest lap right now. So you can hear them bashing the walls. DXT leaves the session. DNFs. Surprised that did not bring out a safety car. To be honest, part of the track he was I would imagine it would have brought out a safety car, but it didn't. Watch Jake touches the wall there. Oh, lo. Cheeky Van Maguire touches the wall there. He just broke that second now. But I'll go back though, these two are close. Iron Kid and Josko. Iron Kid with the fresher hards at the end of this race. Josko, I'm pretty sure he had to pit and replace his front wing at one point. He's managed to claw his way back up to 4th place right now. So now they go into about 4 laps. Yeah, 5 laps actually until the end of the race. It is coming down, the times are coming down as we now see Iron Kid blaze past Josko. It just might be them swapping positions to the end of this race. Jake sits behind VDV. So we'll have a look back. This man's not Bob trying to gain on Rapids here. He's going to have a look down the inside. I think he's going to make the move. He stops the car in time. Rapid doesn't have a response, but he might have a response in the next straight, as the battery difference is way high and he's holding on to the back of him. So sit on board back here, battle for 6th place right now. Backs out of it in the end. Just want to get too squeezed to the wall. Appledorn getting past FCT. Appledorn on those mediums as well. Maybe try to hunt down the guys out in front. So now Josco's dropping off the back of Iron Kid. It's just the difference in tyres right now. The time is really coming down. I wonder if Fassy's tyres are just now starting to wilt away. The performance is not there. He's nearly at 2 seconds off his own fastest time. Showing you how much those tyres are suffering right now. And really that time's coming down quickly. I just don't know if it's quick enough. It might be quick enough now. The real question is, can VDV get past and get that gap up to 3 seconds? Or does Jake then hopefully get past them still? For some reason I don't think it will be the easiest move of their lives. So we'll go back to Rapid actually now. These two really battling for 6th position. But they do have a rampant Appledorn behind them. They will gain on them by this point. That's not what I'm trying to keep up, but the DRS just really not helping his case with the extra battery burn. Just takes them between different lines. Dan pits. I think he'll put on a soft tyre. You can see how much Man's Not Bob just glides past them really. As we do see the soft come in. Just having a look back on these guys. Shroud now fighting with Metal Mike. Metal Mike on those brand new, more fresh-shot tyres than Ralphie. Ralphie stays behind for another lap. So we'll go back up to the leader right now. Just now they can see him in the distance. They can see him just dropping 2 seconds in the first 2 sectors. Really struggling out the traction zones. But he's got to keep pushing on. He's got to keep fighting. And everything. He's got to keep giving it a go until the end of this race. So I'm trying to suss out my next. He sets up 47 with his VDV set here. 43, they're really gaining on him now. They're reeling in. I don't think he will be able to keep this. The real question is, Iron Kid really get him. Real fresher tyres. Took the gamble pretty early. We're on board with Rapid now. See how much he can gain here. Man's Not Bob does go defensive. Doesn't gain enough to him, but he does tilt the back, and I think that's a bit of his front wing gone. By the looks of it. As both his end plates are missing now. Just getting the braking zones wrong. As he's chasing up to the back. Go back out of it in the end. FCT staying behind there. There's nothing else. Go on board with VDV, who's chasing down Fassy. At the end of this race, his tyres I think are just giving up now. They're over double the lap of these boys behind him. This really shows. He's touching the wall now. I think that's a bit of damage off of him. I think it is a bit of damage on Fassy's car. Front wing. He's going to try and defend anyway. He's got 2 laps to try and do it. Make that car as big as he can. Jake will get the double helping in the DRS here. He's going to make the move, isn't he? He's going to try and break him. Nope, sits behind. So does Jake now. It's a three-way battle for the lead. But I think one of the cars is going to be struggling more than the others. Especially with the older tyres and that damage. VDV Gonna try and bust past them. I don't think Jake's gonna get past this lap. He's gonna send it anyway. Stops the car, uses the car in front to stop, but the traction of Fassi just couldn't capitalise. Even Jake going a little bit sideways there. He does lose ground on VDV right now, but VDV's got that penalty. He's got to try and do something to straight away. Hi Alcos, how you doing? I think Fassi's going to not be... Does he start looking behind? Because Iron Kid is making that charge. He's not been taking that much time, but... Can he take 6 seconds out of this lap right now? He's really struggling for traction out of every corner. Car's just sliding around now. It's just not nice. As you can see out in front, VDV just charging his battery. Jake just sitting with him, charging his battery. He nearly loses the car out traction zone. It's over a second now. I think VDV knows it. Keeps the battery powered on. Both of them show top commitment through there. Straight line speed. He's getting a little bit of the suck of the car in front now. I'm not sure how far away the slipstream is in this game, but it does look like he's quicker on that straight. As they go into the final lap of the race now. If he wants to win this on track, he's got to make up the time somewhere. He's gonna have the DRS here, but VDV burning battery just to make sure. Jake keep it calm. Does see he has a penalty here. I'm more worried. I'm more interested in seeing how Iron Kid closes that gap up behind. Jake really throwing the car in everywhere he can. I don't think he's going to close down, but does he really need to? That penalty is going to come back to haunt VDV anyway. But I think Passi's now joined this battle. The lapped car, Passi, it might help him if he might need just to stay at arm's length here. As we see a battle back here, what's happened there? Metal Mike and Dan there. Call out stream, I wonder what just happened there. Was it EA physics or not? Jake closing that gap down. Oh, but VDV doesn't get the best run. Oh, he touches the wall! VDV on the last corner! It's going to be a straight drag race to the line! Who's going to take it? Is it Jake or is it VDV? Straight to the line, I think Jake takes it! Oh my, what a full finish! As Fassi now comes across to take third place. Iron Kid in fourth. Josko in fifth. What a full finish between the two. They've been racing each other hard the whole race as well. As Mansnot Bob comes sixth. But what a finish as well. And what a race. As now Rapid comes home to take seventh. FCT in eighth. Appledorm in ninth. Carly coming around the last couple of corners. You couldn't really tell who was going to win that there or not. That was a crazy finish. I can't believe it. Curly in 10th. Ralphie's going to come home to take 11th, followed by Brian. And then Dan coming home P13. Metal Mike in P14. Passy in P15. And the rest DNF'd. But what a race it was. You couldn't really separate those cars from the start to the finish. And wow. That was brilliant. Oh my goodness. I can see Fassi in the chat as well. It was a good strap, but just the tyres died from him. As he is. That will be it for Bahrain, but what a finish. Photo finish. So that'll be it for round 2 of Baku. I hope you all enjoy. Actually, let me go and check where we are next week. Hold on. Don't worry. I got eyes. We'll be in Saudi Arabia next week. I'll see you all there. Take care and goodbye.